we will be playing Alan Wake 2 Deluxe version that has the Lake House. So the Lake House expansion now available to play. Descend into the Federal Bureau of Control Research facility and unravel the mysteries lurking within. Technically not my first playthrough, but it is. Because I get to the Lake House and then someone calls me and it's like a long conversation and it's just recording, and I guess I could edit it out, but it's like, no, I just want it to be smoother, and I was stuck anyway. It's just maybe have a fresher mind to play it again. So I had like 2 calls since I've been trying to play this game, and right when I get to the Lake House, someone calls.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. 1970, 76, 8... Last one was in 2010. It's not exactly clockwork, but this town sees way more altered world events than most. We knew it was just a matter of time before the lake acted up again. After the AWE in 2010, the FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lake House, to study the Threshold and Cauldron Lake, find better ways to contain the entity inside. Your tax dollars at work. When we detected a spike in paranatural activity at Cauldron Lake, before I even knew you were on this case, Saga, the Lake House was my first stop. I was short-handed, hoped they could spare some help, maybe give us some intel on the situation. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, Saga, I'd have just kept on driving. This is Agent Kieran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmonts. So much for the welcome wagon. You all set up the perimeter. We're on the Threshold's doorstep, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, ma'am.
Peeling eyes. Return. Adam, the Lake House. ID card.
This shouldn't take long,
Multipass.
okay? You see anything? Radio me.
Roger that.
Oh, and I'm still always gonna, probably through this whole game, I'm gonna keep doing
The
this.
Lake House was run by the research department. Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye. What they call science, I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency. Classic interdepartmental drama. Your FBI saga, you know how it goes. Now, in retrospect, my low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
Hopefully no calls this time. I think I'm right there. But it's also nice because I was like wandering around for like 30 minutes looking at every little inch of this place. Outside there's something outside that I can find.
Hello? Agent Kieran Estevez, Investigations Department. No one wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility? No?
Hello, and welcome to another exciting day here at
the lake house. As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Jules Marmont, and this is my wife.
Dr. Diana Marmont.
And together we are the heads of research at this facility. We want to thank you all for helping us break new ground in our study of Cauldron Lake.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
You said it, Diana. We run a tight ship here at the lake house. So, always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
It's a C. It's a C.
What? Yeah, that is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid fuck.
Wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
Yeah, that seems healthy.
Have a nice day. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep doing that because a little brain fried. I've been playing Silent Hill 2 remake non-stop, basically, and I just got all 100% achievements today, so I'm done with that game for now, at least. Just gonna slowly, so in case people want to read it. But I don't want to spend too much time reading. I already read them. Yeah, I was stuck here for, I don't know, an hour just reading everything and looking at everything. Looking at seeing everything was a clue, cause I was looking at this like, what does that mean? Coffee cup, circles. Circles. What does it mean? Circles. Coffee cups, donuts, circles.
That's handy. An experiment. That bodes well.
Experiment in progress. And I was like, what does a circle mean? I'm trying to think of something and everything. Then I came here. And I was looking around here for a few minutes.
Here. Nobody is? I'll have to check downstairs.
And here we notice July 18th. Bold. Highlighted there.
They must all be working on the lower levels. I'll need to head down.
Yep. Take the elevator. Right. And here we have another clue. Highlighted 38.
Changing passwords, huh?
See, this is where it messed me up. We recommend a permanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, followed by numbers that change daily. Right? But for some reason, I thought to myself, okay, so the permanent set of digits have to be 3. Try using significant personal date, coordinates, etc. Do not use birthdays, the current date, phone number, etc. Right, I don't know why in my head I got this idea that the first three numbers never change. And I just kept thinking to myself, so it's 718 and 38, but I'm missing a number, and I kept changing the different numbers. But then eventually I came to 0718 38 by luck. Like, let me just try putting a 0. Now we're unlocking the door. And this is where I last left off. Maybe I'll play a clip where I got stuck. Just intersected right here. Alright, let's move. We have the elevator there, but I'm assuming it opens this door over here.
This should come in handy.
Security clearance. Kitty cats. Yeah, hopefully I won't be stuck forever trying to figure out these clues. No, Alan Wake and everything. Cause I don't want to have to do homework when in case of emergency. -1 first.
As soon as I got in that elevator, my bad news detector started going nuts. Estevesta team, something's going on in the lake house. I want all nearby agents to...
That's subtle.
Agent Estevez, what's your status?
It's fine.
We have a situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now. Belay that order. Shit.
Paint everywhere.
A threshold event had hit the lake house. Now it was the Marmont's problem. Our mission was outside. Where's the fucking elevator?
Emergency, seek shelter.
Okay. Priority 1, get the lights on. Standing around in the dark near Cauldron Lake, they're not smart.
Yeah, it's not right at all. Looking for lights. Carefully. There was a report, if you read it, there's a person that paints that can predict the future with a 40 to 100% accuracy, but they cannot measure that accurately due to the nature. Research order. As the lake house continues to make progress towards its goal, various venues research have been pursued. Recently, one such avenue has yielded unexpected results. Research into nursery rhymes, directed by Dr. and Dr. Mamont, led by Dr. Campbell, as the art form should be shown viability and ability to connect with the Cauldron Lake threshold. As a result, the nursery rhyme findings will now be carried forward by the co-heads of research and incorporated into ongoing research across the lake house, effective immediately. Search teams will be briefed on how to utilize the effective elements of the nursery rhymes in their own work. Note, Dr. Campbell and his team are being reassigned. They continue to develop their work in nursery rhymes outside the lake house. Any exposure risk related to the performing confidential work outside the facility premises have been acknowledged and accepted by the co-heads of research. Thresholds making experiment progress report. To work to recreate a stable link between our reality and that of the continues. Progress is continued, with all teams reporting high confidence but successful connection will soon be possible. Recent efforts in utilizing the painting produced by Subject P to adjust reality in such a way that achieves our goals were unsuccessful. However, the result allowed us to discard that avenue of research and focus solely on the much more viable one. Our new hypothesis states that threshold energies and thus reality-altering effect are drawn to the pieces of art that contain a significant level of emotion. This is supported by the clear trend in the data that we have gathered over the years, and we can identify something of the art piece of our work will... something. My big head's in the way. Quantify the emotions of an art piece, but our work will speed up considerably. Okay. Full screen here. Alright. Looking around slowly.
Dr. Darling.
Okay, he doesn't do a damn thing without power.
Oh, yeah, we need power. Careful. I wonder if someone created the art, or it's just AI generated. Okay, I saw a door over there, but let's walk away from the door. Check around, so we don't miss any.
Okay, power core receiver. Plugging a core in should get the lights on.
Alright, now we can head to the door. Or just get closer. Do some searching.
Need a higher clearance keycard.
Okay, so we'll only have a level 1. I see what they're doing. Slowing us down.
That is not a regulation FBC weapon.
Can't open it from the side.
Look at the reports. Pick up the power core, align power core with receiving socket, insert power core.
Jules' keycard. Could be
Progress
useful.
update number 6. Unfortunately, Jules' keycard went missing last night. Huge shame. On a totally unrelated note, I now have level 3 clearance card in my office, plus a lot of black rock. Been grinding the black rock down to a powder and stashing around in case any gets confiscated. Next steps: weapon test using black rock powder. If it's successful, maybe send some schematics to offsite teams. Could lead to a transfer out of this shithole. Need to think of more application for black rock now that I have some. There was a researcher at the OH who had tons of ideas like this. Wish I could remember their name.
Wish they'd make these things lighter.
I don't think this is gonna go very well.
The way I saw it, there was only one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear. At least the elevator's back.
I'm back to the room. Close the door. There we go.
First off, a huge thank you to everyone here. The Lake House has made amazing strides in researching the AWE here at Cauldron Lake. Great work, team. I wanted to come in person so I could check in on the latest work. I won't get in the way. It's not our view, so no reason to be scared. Do you hear that, Drs. Marmot? While I'm here, I want to focus on the relationship between the Shadow and the AWE site below the lake. The theory that the Shadow even originates from the dimension this threshold is tapping into is compelling. Eventually, I want to understand how this dimension manages to convert subjective elements like art into objective reality. What are the constraints of this phenomenon? Can it, say, create altered items or even objects of power simply by manifesting them via a piece of art? These are the things we need to know to accurately classify the Shadow. I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow. So, any and all proposals are welcome. Anything testing art's effect on reality by using the Shadow's energy is preferred. To find answers, we'll first need a lot of data. No wrong answers. And when I return to the oldest house, I'll take back anything we end up with to run against a classified project called Hedron to build a comparative data set. I wish I could tell you more. It's very, very exciting. Non-physical forces impacting. No, sorry, I really can't. It is. You know what? Maybe some of you can come visit. We'll have to get you clearance, of course, but maybe that can. You know what? I don't want to take the entire day talking. So, the Shadow represents a whole new area of research, and I couldn't be more excited to start digging in. It is a great new world, people.
Oh, There we go. I was just texting back. What did I miss? I guess we press the button, see what happens. Oh, game save. Awfully quiet.
If you can understand.
Oh yeah, the flashlight. Oh, that didn't work. Can we kill him, or I'm just wasting my time? I guess we'll do a test. Am I wasting my time? Ah. I'm stuck. I'm still on the controls. I guess I can't kill him.
Doesn't even face them.
Run.
What the fuck were those things? Okay, deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's been a while since I forgot how to heal.
You never really get used to the shit you see in this job, but you can learn techniques to adjust, to function. Take 6 deep breaths, then get to work. Find the source, collapse the threshold.
6 deep breaths.
Sir, please hold. Please hold. Hold. Hold.
What is that?
Hold it.
Agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that could be perceived as hostile. Do you understand? Well, I'll be damned.
What are you?
So what kind of entity are you? You can speak. That means you probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that.
Are you hostile?
I just had an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation?
1,000 painting shoes crowed.
What does that mean?
Paint no brush, a self-portrait.
Okay, hey, calm Bad news. That thing is really pissed off. Good news. It didn't try to kill me. Baby
Gotta
steps.
start somewhere. We're at here already, right?
Angry living paintings are not typically on the Cauldron Lake bingo card. Something different was happening at the lake house, and I couldn't let it escape. Bright Falls didn't need this particular cherry on its already shitty sundae.
Sublevel 3.
This isn't the floor I wanted. Fucking elevator.
Yep. Thanks, elevator. No bullets. Just looking around for items. Refinement process. Automated typing device will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, known para-utilitarian. How do you say that word? Para-utilitarian. With the goal of affecting reality with the same consistency as Mr. Wake's writing. To reach this level of authenticity, each page produced by the ATD must be evaluated and graded based on similarity to Wake's original style. Yep. AI is gonna take your job. Took my job.
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine, the paint, it was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Marmonts. For himself.
Max 12 and 1, average 6.71. Is co-heads one word or two? Rudolph Lane stood back. Oh, you already read that one. But I just... Okay, style, contains dialogue, clipped phrasing, third person, omniscient, broad timeline, concept, Vermont, FPC, lake house, conflict, water, dark.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
Max 15, minimum line, average 6.41. Style, character-centric, Past tense. Clipped raising. Higher adjective usage. Focused timeline. Concepts. Rudolph Lane. Paint. Romance. Hate/conflict. Organizational update. Moving forward, research at the Lake House will be divided into two distinct projects. Project X10032AW, codename Arbutus, will focus on studying the writing of with Dr. Diana Marmont serving as project director. Project C43210RL, codename Romulus, will focus on studying and his work will with Jules Marmont serving as project director. Staff will soon be notified regarding their project assignment and any required desk changes your patient requested during the reorganization. This is a confidential facility matter and is not to be discussed with external agents or teams. If you have any questions, please contact me directly. Signed, Harry Kingston, Facility Administrator. I was in there already.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow.
It's rerun.
It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment.
Paper.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in,
I skipped through
but the
it.
water
A
could
lot
not
of
flow.
writing.
It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here.
Well, let's read it.
Art was not art.
Initial
content
findings
for the
report.
experiment.
Born in New York City, New York. Currently resides in New York. Married to Tamita Booker. No known children or dependents. No paracriminal affiliation found. Located in Bright Falls, Washington as of September 10th, 2023. Writer, director of 5 stage plays, unsuccessful. Confirmed author's designation, Arthur Playwright. Background investigation performed in a very short amount of time. Per instruction, as a result, the information contained in the report is not comprehensive and possibly erroneous.
The Marmonts had let the lake
Initial findings
but the
report.
water could not flow.
Tamita
It
Madison
became
Booker,
trapped,
born in
stagnant,
Atlanta,
went
Georgia.
bad.
Currently resides in
truth
New
was
York,
controlled here.
Married to
The art
Edward
was not
Franklin
art,
Booker.
just content for
No
the
known children
experiment.
or dependents. No paracriminal affiliation found. Located in Bright Falls, Washington as of 9/10/2023.
There was a crack in the lake house. Trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art.
Be a short break right here. Look around for any items. Reload. Oh, we gotta select the weapon first, then reload. Do we need to heal again?
Please don't let this be what I think it is.
As you know by now, typewriters and Cauldron Lake do not mix. And a room full of them all clacking away. 100% bad news.
Not good. Quick run. Research notes, content of Wake's manuscript. We have begun to find pages from a manuscript very likely written by Alan Wake, para-utilitarian and suspect in past cases involving Cauldron Lake, AWE. Though I do not like to bring myself or my biases into work, I must do so here to address the matter being examined. As reference for any future readers, I am Dr. Diana Marmont, co-head of research at the Lake House facility. The page we found summarizes my life with Jules Marmont, husband and co-researcher. It turned us into characters for its story, making generalizations and assumptions that I must attempt to evaluate without emotion or prejudice. The accuracy of the writing is intriguing. It reports our past in the Bureau. It also details our inner thoughts that an outside recorder would have no way of knowing. Jules and I have been having more and more interpersonal conflicts this past year. This raises many questions. How does Wake, wherever he is writing this from, get his information? Or was the page itself determine these emotions and events? I believe that the scope of Wake's ability goes far as to have dictated my entire career at the FBC, and if it did, would it matter? Even if a person knew their life was being driven by an external force, would it change their nature, their behavior, their personality? My disagreements with Jules are not sudden shifts in personality, but rather a growing resentment. I firmly believe that, though I have no evidence to prove it, which brings me to a new research query for our team. What What methodology can one use to prove that their actions, their mind, their love, or animosity are theirs to control? Paint. I see paint. Not good. Look around so we don't leave anything behind. So we got 2 doors with level 2 clearance. We got a green door here. More research. The relevant team will continue to explore alternative sources of information. The ATDs will continue to be operated with an available typewriters until Wake's preferred brand is known. Theoretically, replicating Alan Wake's style of writing via the same brand of typewriter used by the author should yield optimal results. The project director has indicated that a similar investigation should be launched into the brand and type of ink used in Alan Wake's typewriter. Very thorough. Progress report, typewriter brand investigation in the precise brand and model of typewriter used by Alan Wake with the intent to use the particular brand and the ATD continues to be unsuccessful. Source contacted Source contacted with discretion. Wake's publishing house. Result, no useful information. Wake's agent refused to discuss client matters. Wake's spouse refused to discuss. Redacted, no useful information. Checked all available online interviews, publication elements pertaining to Alan Wake. No useful information. Let's just assume nothing's here. There's like part of me wants to check every single area. Let's go ahead.
Never say no to extra firepower.
No reloading needed. I always didn't like. I mean, I just never got used to how it loads up, cause you have to keep pressing. Like if you're gonna keep checking guns, just keep pressing left. But like I'm here, then it's like, oops, you try to go the other direction. You picked the wrong gun. But it's just more of my own issue there with the mechanics.
Back where I started. Spatial recurrence usually observes the law of 3.
Laws of 3. Automated typing device. AT will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake. No. Wait, did I read this already? Too tired to read. My eyes are getting tired. It's gonna be the same thing, right?
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmots were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink, the turpentine, the paint, it was all over him. Years of it, 1,000 paintings, 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint, hatred for the brushes, for the Marmots, for himself.
Yeah.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the Bureau.
Yeah, it's just the laws of 3. It's probably just the same thing over and over again. Gotta stop doing that. Old habits. Old habits.
Compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed, the feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for release. This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled.
Yeah, this is good. Yeesh. Oh, that's the throwers. Ooh. Controls. Not the throwers. Oh, I forgot about the flares. Oh, well, that didn't go too bad. Controls were a little bit of getting used to. Going to the next door. See if there's anything to restock. It's already open. That means there's nothing in here? Maybe. Yeah, nothing in here. Just checking. Any hidden items? Any hidden items? I'm gonna look too deeply. A quick little look. Laws of 3.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing. A coward can't stand risk. Science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction. I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand. I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing.
What's gonna happen next?
I keep going back to this page.
No. Not good. I'm gonna have to walk this way. Uh-oh.
What is that?
At the other side.
Controllable shifting phenomena.
Interesting. Okay, turn this back on. Get the door to work. But my clearance! I got clearance. Oh. That is dumb. So we know it's locked. Why didn't this make it easier? Why did it just make it easier so them having like right next to each other? pick up this core. And I'll walk carefully. On to the next reality. Dude, why have these next to each other? Like, why not just added one so you're not trying to open the door on the roofs? It just makes it a little bit confusing. Now we gotta open the door. It's just a little bit of annoyance. Broken. That's good. Both of them get power. First let me check out the store. Just checking. Alright, let's get the power on. Let there be light. There is no light. Just different reality.
To you. Did the people here do this to you? Alan Wake's writing is being studied here. Do you know anything about him?
Names don't matter. 1,000 more to come.
They say clear communication is the key to any relationship. You and I have some work to do there.
What did the Mormont?
You said
Mormonts
before. Do they do this? Where are they now? Tell me where they are. Fixated on the Marmonts. What did they do?
To getting a lot of now everybody wants to be talkative when I'm playing this game. Can I go low? Can I go low?
Access denied.
Ugh, this key card isn't gonna cut it.
Let's go to the one we tried to go to.
A threshold is the connection between a foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are, but the further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, this was the Cauldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong. Well, more wrong than usual.
Sublevel 2.
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Remaining calm.
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Okay, remaining calm is gonna take a little bit more effort.
Won't open while the floor's on lockdown.
Alright, let's just take a short little break for now. Let's just see if we can. First, gotta find a safe spot to save. Lockdowns. Don't try wasting time opening doors. Let's look for items. Reload. Reload the weapon. Acquisitions team is hereby approved to acquire additional research subjects for ongoing study related to Project Artibus at the Lake House facility, prioritizing outcomes as ordered below. Both subjects brought to the Lake House for study. To meet the Booker, her work is more commercially successful, thus more likely to yield results based on proven cases. Edward Booker is less successful than to meet the, but theater is more widely recognized as art than true crime novels. Observe the subjects at a distance and only move to acquire if the opportunity arises. Under no circumstances can this operation draw the attention of local law enforcement. So many papers. Continue the story from page. Oh, let's go to this one first. Initial review. Booker's writing. The first piece of content produced by the subject is severely disappointing. It's not remotely similar to the content to the wake pages we provided reference. But why is it so focused on my marriage? Why is Jules the protagonist? Why is it set in an actual lakeside cabin? And what's happening at the end? What the hell in the sky? Did anyone brief Booker about the concepts he has to write about? The lake house, the shadow? We need him to match Wake's style exactly. It's not going to work if he has no clue what he's writing about. We need to get this sorted. We need progress now. And why isn't he taking this seriously? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are, whatever it takes. Continue the story from page. Match the tone, style, content of AW002 as closely as possible. The crack was an emotional one. A line right through their marriage, their foundation, their lake house. These thoughts and more flooded Jules' mind as he started out through the Lake House cottage windows. When he stared out through the Lake House cottage windows, the sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain clouds hung low, weighed down with the burden of purpose. Diana sat in her favorite deck chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. He watched the breeze catch her acorn hair. As if sensing his gaze, she turned her head. Jules looked away, flustered, then annoyed with himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed the bottle of red wine, poured himself a generous serving, and he kept pouring, his mind distracted by a thought. How did we get here? How did we get there? Ugh. My eyes. And he kept... okay, and then they had been at the lab running an experiment. Then they were here. Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give him space to reconnect, to mend the crack, but he couldn't remember ever leaving. Wine was ever flowing the rim of his cup. Though he didn't even notice, he put down the bottle, scanning the lake. A faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake, like light hitting glass, the sort of thing you only notice if you're looking for it. He felt like he had seen something like this before, but where? Jules! Diana's cry snapped Jules back into the present. She was staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept across the deck. Jules ran to the door to his wife.
Finally! Someone who isn't a painting.
What are you looking at? More pages. Work order. Wall removal and transport. Sublevel 2 lane cell. Ordered by Mormont. Jules, core head research. Work required. A section of the cell's southern wall needs to be removed for transport to sublevel 5 for analysis. Urgency. High. Tools required. It is not my job to know which tools you'll need to cut concrete walls. It's your job. Additional details important. The wall must be removed very carefully. The painting on the interior side of the wall must not be damaged. I need a safe spot. Safe spot.
Wonder what happened here.
The eyes grow weary. And more pages. He finds more pages. Subject condition report, background information. Rudolph Lane, subject P, has shown a decline in redacted over the past several months. Initially, this redacted presented as an increase in resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, subject would always relent. Subject's attitude towards art has undergone a change recently. He is disinterested in his work, quickly becoming frustrated and sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it's completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract. He no longer is showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, but rather conceptual arts that are much rather harder to define or categorize. Whether the sudden interest in abstraction was a form of rebellion, a consequence of growing redacted, a source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. As of yesterday, subject refuses to touch his supplies. He claimed he will not paint anymore. He wishes to leave. The subject refusal was effectively halted all research. While the team can continue to run tests on the backlog of paintings, they estimate that there is little new information to gain. The subject must continue to paint if work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the subject with the force or coercion may only entrench him further in his position. Action to be taken. Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research and project lead, has suggested that a high dose of redacted be introduced to the subject's food to cure his redacted. If the subject's attitude does not improve, then low doses of redacted will be introduced in order to improve his compliance. So much reading.
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it. Saw only random whirls of color. Drugging Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
Thank you, Alan Wake, for reading that. Weary and more weary. My eyes. Time grows later.
Shaded. Hope that glass is thick.
I knew that was gonna do something. Like, why would they have that there? Clear to see everybody. Oh, I'm not yawning. You're yawning. I need a safe spot. I need to take a break for a bit. Phone's still blowing up. A lot of texts coming in. At least they're not calls. Okay, that door opened up. Okay, let's get this box and save. Take a quick break for a while. Mental health is very important, and rest helps make this game enjoyable. Let's do a manual save. Overwrite this one. One hour. Alright, we'll be right back.